Hey YouTube, welcome to Higher Math Solutions. This video tutorial is going to go over how to multiply and divide fractions. Let's multiply first. Let's do 5/6 times 8/16. Before you multiply your fractions, you always want to check to see if you can reduce them. 5 and 6 do not share any common factors, so it cannot be reduced. But 8 and 16 both share a factor of 8. So I can divide the top and the bottom both by 8 and make the fraction a little bit simpler before we multiply. So I will rewrite 5/6, and then 8 divided by 8 becomes 1, and 16 divided by 8 becomes 2. So 8/16 reduces to 1/2, and it's much easier to multiply. When you multiply fractions, you just multiply straight across. So you do 5 times 1 to get 5, and then you do 6 times 2 to get 12, and then you're done. So your answer is 5/12. Let's do one more. Let's look at 3/4 times 4/19. When you look at your two fractions, if you see you have a common number on the top as you do on the bottom, you can actually cancel them out. I see a 4 in the numerator, but I also see a 4 in the denominator. So what I can do is go ahead and mark them out and replace it with a 1. That will also help you with your multiplying and make it a little simpler. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply across. 3 times 1 is 3. And 1 times 19 is 19. And then you're done. Let's look at how to divide fractions. Let's do 3/4 divided by 1/2. To divide fractions, you're actually not going to divide, you are going to multiply. You're going to take your divisor fraction, which in this case is 1/2, and you're going to do the reciprocal, which means you're going to flip it upside down. So instead of a 1/2, I am going to rewrite it as 2/1. And then when you reciprocate your second fraction, instead of a division, you will change it to a multiplication. And then you will use your strategies for multiplying. Both of my fractions cannot be reduced, and there are no common numbers in the numerator denominator, so these fractions stay as they are. I am ready to multiply across. 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 times 1 is 4. Now you still want to check your last fraction to see it could also be reduced at the end. In this case, this can. They share a common factor of 2. So I'm going to divide the 6 by 2, make that a 3, and I will divide the 4 by 2 to make that a 2. And that will be my final answer of 3/2. Now for those of you who are not allowed to keep your final fraction in improper form, you will need to go ahead and change it to a mixed number. And so I'll go ahead and do that now. 2 goes into 3 one time. So your main number is a 1, and you have one number left over, and your denominator will stay the same. So your final answer in a mixed number form would be 1 1/2. Thank you for watching Higher Math Solutions. If you liked these videos, please subscribe and please tell a friend.